Am I the asshole for leaving a drunk girl alone in the street? I'm 25 and a male if that matters, and I've been casually seeing a girl for a short time. From the start, we both agreed this was casual and not meant to become a serious relationship. A week ago, we had a really bad incident where she got extremely drunk and emotionally unstable. She trauma dumped heavily, talked about suicide attempts, said she loved me, threatened self-harm, and at one point publicly yelled something implying I had forced her sexually because she's a people pleaser. The next morning, sober, she apologized and explained she didn't actually mean that and that she gets extremely unstable and mixes past trauma into current situations when blackout drunk. That incident honestly scared me badly. I told her very clearly afterward that I could not handle that level of drinking or chaos again, and that if we kept seeing each other, it could never happen again. Fast forward to this weekend. She booked a hotel for us in Melbourne and promised she wouldn't get that drunk again. When I arrived, she sounded drunk on the phone already. I found her outside crying and emotionally all over the place again. At one point, she claimed an Uber driver had raped her, but when I started asking questions and telling her this was a very serious accusation, she started changing the story and saying it didn't happen that night, but happened in the past. She was incoherent and emotionally spiraling. She also kept refusing to go home because she was scared of her dad seeing her in that state again. The situation escalated for hours. She was crying, yelling, emotionally unstable, threatening to jump into the water if I left, etc. She also later disclosed having BPD psychosis and schizophrenia and said she had abruptly stopped taking her medication recently. Here's the part one feel horrible about. I got scared. Like, genuinely scared. After the previous week's comments, I was terrified something worse could happen or that I could end up falsely accused of something. I was literally recording voice memos while talking to her because I was afraid of what she might say later. I stayed with her for around 2 hours trying to calm her down and convince her to go home. I followed her around and kept telling her to just go inside because she was literally less than a 5-minute walk from home. But she refused over and over. Eventually, I hit a wall emotionally. I was exhausted, overwhelmed, scared, and honestly just wanted to get out of the situation. I called emergency services because I didn't feel capable of handling it anymore and eventually left, without waiting for the emergency services to arrive as she wouldn't let me leave. I had to get away whilst she wasn't looking. But I still feel deeply guilty. Part of me feels like no matter what, you should never leave an intoxicated woman alone at night. Another part of me feels like the situation had become emotionally and legally dangerous for me after